Okay, so I was we moved into our current house like for almost 5 years ago.
Okay, cool.
We had this like washer dryer from our old place that I gave to Jake because like I said, the washer was a front load, which we didn't like. He didn't give a shit. So we bought like a relatively high end, I think it was Whirlpool. And I did some research too on
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
reliability and ease of service and whatever. And I think I got a good deal on him. So we picked up this set and like I would say the first 6 months was fine. And then it started to like I don't know, fall apart, honestly.
Oh
It
shit.
seemed like maybe the bearing for the drum was like
Yeah.
vulnerable because it was like it was starting to rock and make a lot of noise, which was annoying, but we have like we can close off our laundry room. And then one day we get this error message and it's like, whatever. All it's like a code. And so then I look up the code and I'm like, oh, it's a pump issue. And so I'm like, I feel like I could diagnose this and or like it was already diagnosed. Like I think
Yeah.
I can probably fix this. So like, I take the thing apart. I buy like an OEM or a not OEM um drain pump
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and I install it and it works fine, but something happened to it.
So the drain pump being that there was like water standing in it at the end of a cycle or something.
I guess. I mean, that is what was happening, but then also after it
Cardboard a
was
ticket on the Martian Express.
uh after like that error goes off, you can't even run it. So I couldn't even like manually drain it if I wanted to. Like
Oh shit.
you had to resolve it. So the pump works, but the error isn't going away. And so I finally am like, fuck. And so I call a repair guy to come over and I walk him through everything that I'm done. He's like, oh, well, you're clearly kind of know what you're talking about. He was like, your motherboard has been fried.
Oh fuck.
This is my long-winded way of saying, don't ever buy a fucking washer dryer that has a digital interface. I say go knobs,
Yeah.
analog as much as you can.
Just like the
Uh,
clicking buttons.
yeah. Uh, and so what happened was I was like, all right, well, like how much is it? He was like, oh, dude, it's gonna be like whatever, $1,000. Like it's always priced out to make more sense to just buy a new fucking washer.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, well, like real talk, can I fix this? He was like, oh, absolutely. Like you go to this place in Austin, buy the motherboard, it's like 10 connectors, but like, if you take a picture of it beforehand, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, cool. Should I leave the OEM pump or should I put in the like factory one? He was like, oh, dude, put in the factory one. That way, if you ever sell it, it's all stock. And I was like, all right, rad. So I put in this new fucking motherboard. And mind you, like, we don't have a washer for, a couple weeks while all this is happening.
Yeah.
There's like a bunch of shit everywhere because I've completely taken it down. Like the
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
the sheet
Yeah.
metal's off. So I put in the new motherboard and I put in the old pump and I fucking turn the whole thing on and the motherboard fries. And I
Holy
like
shit.
had the guy's number that we like the repair guy. I mean, he's like long gone, and
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
paid him like a visit fee, but that was it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he responds, he's like, "What happened?" I was like, "Oh, dude, I do what you said, and the motherboard fried again." And he was like, "Fuck," and
Yeah.
I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Okay, I think probably that pump, the original pump, is fried and it's shorting the motherboard, which is probably what happened to begin with." And I was like, "Cool." Anyway, long story short, the people that sold me the motherboard were like pissed, but they gave me a refund and like I got a new one.
Oh, that's cool
I
of them
put the
though.
like, yeah, dude, I don't remember their name, and I also don't think anyone uh
Lives in
really
the
gives a shit. But if
greater.
I did remember it, I would fucking tell everyone because they were great. Anyway, long story short, the thing worked for a long ass time. Until it didn't. And it was like eventually the bearing broke off and the drum just completely separated.
Jesus.
So yeah.
Damn. Yeah, washer and dryers are crazy. It's insane how much they've supposedly improved whilst not being improved at all. Cud, sorry, I meant to say hello. What's up, Cud W? Thanks for the
What's up, Cud?
2 months. Appreciate that. We're flirting with like trying to do a little bit of a live recording podcast at the start of our stream. We're figuring it out. We've got some fun plans coming up, and then we're gonna play some games. Of course. What's up, Cud?
Cud, you can bring it on. We're here to help. This is Love Line.
While he's asking that question, it reminds me of you know my good friend Chris. You're good friends with him as well. What's the washer company? Yeah, what was it? You said it was a Whirlpool?
Okay, I take that back. I think the one it was an LG, dude. It was an LG.
That like kept frying and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so my little anecdote with washer and dryers. Well, I have two. My parents, my mother really wanted a front load washer and dryer. They like bought like super expensive, like probably $3,000 set. Um, um, with like the risers, and they did it up because my mom was like convinced that these were the best. And this was, I don't know, like 2008, 2009 is when I remember them getting these. And they were so excited. Like my mom was very excited because they were like bigger, they could hold a lot. And the like front load.
What year was this?
Like this was like 2000. It was like between 2007 and 2009, somewhere in there. I can't remember when they got them, but like my mom was really excited because forever we had just the like top load, which are fine. Like, but you know, the world was telling us front load is where it's at. My dad had to do something similar for both the washer and the dryer constantly. Like they were just constantly fucking up. And so my dad got so pissed, he literally like recycled them, went and bought like this is my father for you. He went and bought like industrial grade like laundromat washer and dryer, best motherfucking things in the world. They are, it's like old school top load, has a little bit of like digital, but it's not like a digital display or anything. It's slightly fancier than the old school ones. And dude, they can like wash like hotel levels of like bed sheets all at once. Like it's insane.
Yeah.
And they love them, and it's way better. But
well, first of all, did he go auger or no auger?
I don't know what that means.
You know how the top load they now you can use the auger, which is like the corkscrew in the middle.
Yeah.
And then there's like I guess there's pros and cons, but you can also do a non-auger where like that isn't present.
I think they went non-auger because it's like
okay.
I don't know. Whatever is better is probably what they went with. What's up, Detzel?
We're talking about washer and dryers.
Where the hell did he get one of those, and how much did it cost? Okay, my father is a very funny man, I would argue. I believe, Bo, you've met my parents once or twice over the years. My father is like an old school farmer guy. And he is always in search of a deal. I have no idea how much it cost. I cannot imagine they were cheap. But my dad is relatively a cheapy peepee like myself, except he will spend money on like tools, gadgets, and like farm equipment. Like he'll spend the money, but he like researches the shit out of it. He also, because he's a farmer, I say farmer because he's not very good at it, but He he
like
has a
how we have a president.
yeah, exactly. What he does is, because he is an LLC, or he has a limited, like he has a corporation for the farm, he just keeps setting up more corporations and business accounts everywhere. So I think he literally set up a business account to buy these washer and dryers. I have no idea how we got them, but
Dude, you want to hear a funny story?
yes, always. Dude,
Well,
that
I don't have any,
electricity
so
bill
that
for their house
sucks.
must be insane. I'm from a desert where it is almost uninhabitable. Like, trees don't grow. So I don't even think like it's like living in Arizona somewhere is how I describe my hometown. It gets hot and it gets really cold, so they're paying a lot of electricity no matter what.
I heard the brand, um, it has something Queen in the title.
Spin Queen?
Spin Queen. I heard that's like the shit, but they're fucking
Crazy
crazy price.
expensive.
But it's like buy it for life type stuff.
I'm all about the like built for life shit. I I also heard, like, I know Maytag, right? Maytag is like one of the appliance brands, right? They
Yeah,
have
yeah.
like a low end that's like made by someone else, and then they have their old school Maytag brand that still makes like this higher end stuff. That stuff's supposed to be pretty decent, but um
I there is a level of knowledge that I find kind of like okay, here's the story, right? I'm like trying to find a replacement washer, and I go down the path of like, all right, Reddit, what's the best washer, blah blah blah,
oh, Google
and
what's the best washer, Reddit, so you get the real answer.
yeah,
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 exactly.
and it was like, okay, you get a bunch of stuff, you sift through it. I'm starting to like put together, all right, these are the good ones, and then like I started to do a deep dive on the like Spin Queen, and it's like, or Speed Queen, and it's like, dude, once you get in, it's like you get a little opening to this like truth, and you're like, all right, let me climb into here. And then it's just like complete dissentment. Because then it's like, all right, within the people that know about this, well, they used to be great, and now they fucking suck. And then it's like,
Yes.
oh no, they're not that bad. And then it's like, all right, but are we talking about relative to like themselves or
Or
relative to like other
others.
washers?
Yeah.
'Cause I don't really give a shit if like this is already going to be much better, even the shitty one, then yeah, anyway, it's like there's a lot of stuff like that, where I'm like, all right, let's dial back. It's like you should be able to dial
Yes.
how deep you're in the research.
Dude, you can't. Like, um I was mentioning our friend Chris, like, him in car forums, like you like car forums, and like learning how to like fix something on a car is super accessible. Like, anyone can kind of learn how to fix like basic stuff, especially on like a little bit older cars. Like, it's really accessible. But if you start like wanting to like uh uh mod the car or do something fun and interesting, that dial just like there's no in
Right,
between.
right.
It's like 1 or 11, and you're just like, oh
Yeah.
fuck, I don't know what I don't want to do that. Um, but what one last thing on washer and dryers. When my friend Chris and I, we bought a house in Texas when I was much younger. He was my life partner. Was our old joke, because we lived together long enough to be common law marriaged. But we bought a house together in Texas, and when we were moving in, we needed. Oh no, actually, this was the rent house. We bought these washer and dryers, and I kind of thought we were just going to go buy new ones and split the bill, but Chris is a smarter person than I am, and he went on to, at the time, Craigslist was popping, and we bought these washer and dryers from Craigslist. It worked out really well for us, because they were like these old school ones, like you were talking about, no digital interface. Like, it had the like ratchet thing where you popped the thing out to start the load, and like old school. The dryer was the only thing that ever kind of messed up, and the dryer messed up, and all we had to do was replace this like felt strip that went around the edge, and it fucking hummed. It was great. It was fucking great. Um, we still have a dryer we had since I was 3 or 4 years old. It's a Whirlpool or something like that. Still runs really good. And somehow leaves the clothes no need to iron. I'm not sure how. Dude, that's fucking rad. You gotta get those cheap viewers, man.
What do I do anything with this person?
You can click on them and ban them. That's obvious.
OBS, or do I need to be in?
Through the OBS Twitch chat, you should be able to like click on them and ban them.
Where's Kitty? She's my.
Yeah, I know. Where's Kitten?
She's my admin.
We gotta at some point get you set up with SariBot, because SariBot is like one of the best. It's like a free bot that bans all these assholes that pop in and. Or, you know, we leave
it
to
ruin our fun.
Yeah, or we leave it open and we just try to string along some more art bots. Dude, Cud, that's awesome. I want a dryer that I don't have to iron clothes afterwards. But then I'd have to pull them out of the dryer at a reasonable time and not leave them in there for like 3 or 4 days while I don't want to fold clothes.
You do that too?
Yeah, I feel like that's a normal thing, right?
I mean, yeah, you do that thing where you're like, oh fuck, just put it on like 5-10 minutes just so they like
fluff
get
up
the wrinkles out, and then I'll fold them, and then I do that for like 4 or 5 days straight.
It's like, oh, I need this one shirt out of here. I'll throw a little bit of water in there, run it for a second.
Yeah, dude. So in the house that Jake and I lived in, we were like plumbing it, right? So nothing was particularly nice, and we had it was a small house, so like our washer dryer was basically in our kitchen, and we had like one of those combined like stacked units.
Yeah.
The thing was not digital. It wasn't nice by any means, but it did the job.
Yeah.
We were like, whatever. Also not like we didn't give a shit. And there was like this squeak that like started to happen when the dryer was being run. Squeak, 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 squeak. Yeah, it's cute at first. And like it progressively got louder and louder. So like fast forward like a year later, okay?
Yeah.
It's so loud we had to leave the house. Like we had to time when we did our drying to leave the house because it was like squeak, 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 like just like you couldn't live there. And,
like horror movie, the killer's after you. Yeah.
And so finally one day we're like getting ready to leave because we had to do our drawing, and we hear this like and then it wasn't spinning anymore, and so we call the guy out, and he takes it apart. This is this is before I was handy. Okay,
yeah.
I was
a
child. They send this guy out, and he's like, holy shit, you gotta come look at this. And I was like, all right. So the way that the like dryer drum was fit, there was like an inch diameter, what is that, 25 millimeters for our
for
our non-standard people,
our non-Americans. Detzel appreciates that.
And then on the end of that was like a kind of like a hitch ball.
Yeah. Oh, so it just
and
like
that ball,
rested on it.
Yeah. Kind of like a ball and socket. That inch diameter steel rod had worn down where I guess the like socket was actually interfacing with that and not the ball.
Oh shit.
And it wore through the fucking inch steel to where it tapered down and then it snapped. And so we had basically like run this dryer with enough like friction that it basically just
slowly eroded the fucking hell, man.
He was like, this must have been loud as hell. And I was like, you know what? It wasn't. We didn't even hear it. We didn't even know.
Yeah.
We had no idea. We were just just riding along.
Under your home warranty. So you're like, it just happened out of the blue.
JRA, right?
I was just riding along. Dude,
just riding along. Then my entire seat post just broke off.
Went into my
looks kind of like this was on your roof rack and you drove into the garage. No, dude.
That's we've talked about it a bit, but we worked at a bike shop together. That's how we first met, and like that was the thing everyone said to us when they like brought in their bike, and it was like obviously, yeah, they just like fucked up the bike because it was on their roof rack and they drove into like drove through a drive through and it hit something, or or they just never took care of their bike and they're like, I was just riding along. And there you ask them like, oh, when was the last time you tuned it up? When was the last time you replaced this? And they're like, what do you mean? I was just riding, man. I shouldn't do this. And you're like, motherfucker, like it's not farm equipment. You got like even farm equipment you got to fucking take care of. Like it's a sometimes they were like $5,000 bikes and these people like never washed them, never greased them, never replaced the chain. Oh god. Gross people.
I think I just learned that people's tolerance for noise and like things functioning the way that they're supposed to is very low or very high, I guess.
Well, that was like always the confusing thing. So you'd have people who would drop $5, $6, $7,000 on a bike and just never take care of it, or you'd have like a guy who spent $1,500 on a bike and they can hear every squeak or whatever, and you're just sitting there working on a bike that shouldn't do that.
Right,
Arguably,
yeah,
it shouldn't
yeah.
do that. But like you're like where like the balance is just so off sometimes. It's so funny. It was enlightening to say the least.
I am hearing this weird kind of like, and it only happens like every 100 miles, and it only happens like when I'm riding by livestock,
Yeah.
and only at night.
Yeah. When the
You're
full
like,
moon is out.
oh, let me try to go replicate that.
Dude, I feel like unfortunately I've become that way myself where hey, if it's running, if it's working, do I really need to fix it or can we just like ride this through a little bit and I'll figure it out next year?
I'll tell you, yeah, where I'm at. It's like if you keep the bike inside, okay, and you keep the chain clean, usually is all you need. Just wipe it down with a rag. And then on occasion, if it's real squeaky, you put some oil in there and then wipe it down, and you keep the airs inflated or the tires inflated. That's all you need.
Yeah. I mean, and to some degree,
Until it, yeah, until you're like, oh, I want to brake and it's not braking, or I want to shift gears and it's not shifting, and then you're like, all right, I'll. Otherwise, yeah, don't worry about it.
I feel like that also just goes for like anything. If you kind of take the like minimal care of it and you check things occasionally, dude, most shit should last. And if it doesn't, and you've done a minimum amount of like, upkeep, then it probably was never gonna last that long. You might have been able to make it last a few more months. That's my feeling on it. Like if I need to like clean, wipe it down, oil it after every time I use it for it to last more than a year, I probably don't need that thing, or I need a better version of it because I'm never gonna do that because I'm lazy as shit.
100%. God, if your engine light is on, here's my advice. My first car was a town and country, a Chrysler minivan. It was a 94, okay? And I inherited it from my parents, which, don't get me wrong, was a great car. Any car when you're that age, I think is great. But I was on a mission to fucking break this car so that I could get a new one, or at least justify trading it in for a new one. And so I ran this car into the ground. I mean, people say that, but I really was like, I was so neglectful with the oil. I was so neglectful. Like I was just like basically fucking slamming on the accelerator all the time. Um, Eventually my check engine light went on. I was like, oh, I'm making some progress here, and made it like, oh wait, I'm close. So now I really got to ride this thing. 5 years later, dude, it was still going strong. And one day I was driving on the road, and like, without any exaggerations, the engine mounts to the actual frame failed, and my engine dropped in the ground like while I was doing 40.
Oh my god. How scary was that wreck?
It was super fucking scary because I started going backwards for a second. I was like, what the fuck is going on? As the like momentum of the engine hitting the ground sent me back. But yeah, like it had, like this little sliding minivan door. And one day, like my friend, got out and he was like going to slide it, and I was like, don't worry about it. And I like floored it and then slammed on the brakes, and then like the door slid, and then it slid back. And I think this is like the first year I had it, and so for the remaining 5 years or 4 years, I had to use a luggage strap
Oh
to
no.
like ratchet the sliding door shut. It was like a rainbow one that my family had because it was like, oh, it's easier to spot in the airport. But
Dude, that's so
yeah, so
funny.
I think check engine light, that's just a suggestion, man. That's
Dude,
just like deep state
uh,
conspiracy bullshit.
the check engine light is just the light that tells you the engine is doing good. It's like,
We
hey,
checked, it's still there.
we're still here. We're sitting in
Just let you know, we're
communication.
all good.
Wait, you were gonna tell me some anecdote about energy drinks, because I was before we what's up, chaos? This is
What's up?
our
666,
piece.
number of the beast.
Is it? Whatever.
I've been watching a lot of Clover Pit. 666 is
Oh
really
yeah,
in
yeah,
my
dude, I
thing
want to
right
play
now.
that game so bad.
Okay, yeah, I worked at this company, and they had arranged for this like team to sit with us that were like specialized in um, stress reduction. Like they were all psychiatrists, occupational therapists. Like basically, it was this idea that like a lot of these different teams were burning out and maybe not working as efficiently as they could, and so they bring in this consultant or whatever. And
Yeah, yeah,
the guys were great. I mean, very, informative, and it was like it was pretty general, kind of like this is stuff you can do with your team to help, and like this is like, ways that you can maybe diagnose that someone's having burnout without them explicitly or
yeah.
explicitly telling
Saying it.
you.
Yeah, yeah.
And whatever. But I was
Well,
drinking a Bang
whatever.
at the
Fuck
time.
those people.
I don't know, a bunch of blah 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 granola bullshit. Anyway, I'm drinking a Bang, okay? Bangs had just hit the scene. And I don't know. Do you know what a Bang is?
Yes. Good old Bang energy drink, like chocked full of sugars, and yeah, I love it. Love it. Well, I've
I,
never had one,
I
but
are you? Am I the pirate dude?
yeah, Chaos was in the stream where you were wearing your red and white striped
Oh yeah,
shirt.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's up, Dante?
But anyway. So I'm drinking this Bang and whatever. I'm like, oh dude, this is the shit because I had a little bit of creatine in it, had some amino acids.
Yeah.
That dude looks at me and goes, hey, I wouldn't drink that if I were you. And I thought he was gonna give me kind of the like energy drinks are bad
Yeah,
spiel,
yeah.
and he was like one of our clients is is a major NFL sports franchise, and when Bang had first come on the scene, they had done some uh, trials, I guess, or not even trials. I think they were just trying to give them to like sports
Yeah, trying to get the
teams
word
and
out, sort of thing.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And he was like, and so we were really optimistic because actually, like on face value, like there was some good stuff in there, or at least it was better than maybe what they were taking.
Yeah, yeah,
And he was like, and we did a lot of trials, man, and let's just say we banned that from the NFL.
yeah. Holy
And that's
shit.
and that's all he said.
Damn. I guess, yeah, as Cut W says, maybe go with C4. That one sounds way healthier.
Nah, dude, I'm all about rain because rain is totally different than Bang.
um what a thumbnail. Yeah, it's a pretty good thumbnail, I thought. Don't take creatine with caffeine. Is that I guess, because what? Creatine dehydrates you. Caffeine is kind of considered people say it dehydrates you, although I don't think there's any. I guess coffee doesn't necessarily dehydrate you, but maybe caffeine does.
Well, I not to get too serious here, but I also think one of the big problems with Rain and Bang is, to my knowledge, their creatine blend is like a proprietary blend, so it doesn't even tell you what the dosage is. And I would argue that, like, unless it's 5 milligrams or more, which is kind of your standard dosing for creatine, and I mean, depending on what it is, if it's a monohydrate or one of the other variations, it's like I mean, they probably put a negligible amount of creatine in that
Yeah.
to just say that it's on the
That it
label.
has it. Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, but yeah, that is interesting because caffeine's a diuretic, and creatine is like you tend to hold more water, but
oh, you'll just end up with bad diarrhea.
You know what? As someone that
As someone who has diarrhea a lot,
I think this is a Louis C.K. joke, but he's like, I'm always within 1 day of having diarrhea. So I either just had it, or I'm about to have it, or I have it currently.
Yeah, that's an old bit of his. Yeah, I liked that bit a lot.
Yeah.
A very bad one. What was? Hold on. What's the energy drink you like now? It's Celeste, Saratoga,
Celsius.
Celsius. I remember a few months ago they were like embroiled in a little controversy because their canning factory, which also canned alcoholic beverages, because do they have an alcoholic version of that?
They might now. I think I might have seen that, although I don't know. It could also just be that the parent company had like another brand.
It might have been that. It might have been called something else, but the issue was not that they packaged the energy drink like it's not like the energy drink that was on like the shelf with sodas and energy drinks had alcohol in it. It was that the alcoholic version was packaged occasionally into the energy drink can. So if you were putting it in the like beer aisle at the grocery store or something, it would look just like a Celsius can, and it was like a big deal because it would ring up like Celsius, or someone who maybe is sober who's trying not to drink could accidentally grab one of those thinking it was something else.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say that Celsius would be something I would recommend to people. It's pretty fine, I think, in terms of like the types of ingredients that they're adding, but it's just like pretty easy, like, and you can get it at Costco, but like it has okay, this is my problem. Anything that says like they have a thermogenic fat loss additive, which like I think is Celsius is like big deal,
That's
or at
their
least
selling
was.
point at one point. Yeah.
You can get fucked because that doesn't exist.
Yeah, it's a fake thing. I mean, Dante, I agree. Like most, in general, I would say energy drinks not great. I try not to drink them. I do occasionally pick up a Red Bull at the grocery store because I'm tired and I hate that. But I like coffee. I don't know. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Bo.
No. I think coffee, yeah, is like the way to go. Or crack, or like, I don't know.
A little bit of methamphetamine's probably fine. A little cocaine.
Yeah,
just whatever you need to get up in the morning. Maybe it's a Zyn, a key bump, a little PCP, and you're off to the races. That's the guarantee.
Or if you don't want to get crazy, Cud, I think you can back me up on this. Just like a coffee enema, like don't get all weird.
A coffee enema. Dude, Most energy drinks have 200 milligrams of caffeine.
I think 200 is like also supposed to be a cup of coffee. I mean, I guess it depends on how big the cup is, but
Regular Red Bull has about 80 milligrams. Very good for daily use. All right. How many?
well, he's talking about the Red Bull shot,
shot
which
is
I
different.
don't think we have that in the States. Although I just had one in when I was in Beijing, and they're like little like 5-hour energy, but Red Bull makes them.
Ah, yeah. Okay, so this is like one of the bigger cans. This is the 12-ounce can, and it only has 114 milligrams. A cup of coffee is around 80 to 100. Okay. All right. Well, we're like within the realm of possibility. I mean, I remember, dude. Okay, a little callback to when I was younger. Do you remember the movie Wanted with
Yes, of
Angelina
course.
Jolie and who's the lead actor? I mean, I know.
This is the bullet.
Yeah. Oh, I can make my bullet arc around shit. Yeah. Fucking cool as shit. When I was a kid.
Still cool.
What's
Tried that in real life, doesn't work.
that guy? I tried to arc it around.
Yeah,
Really hurt
yeah.
afterwards. What? Who's the lead actor? He's from like Split. McAvoy, McAvee.
Is it James McAvee?
Yes,
No,
James McAvee. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like the lead in it, but it's like all about how his life sucks and like he takes these pills to like keep his superpower down, but he doesn't know that. Like it's based off a comic book that is actually pretty fun, I would say. But the it it is what it is. I mean, it's fucking stupid, and I'll still watch it. But there's a scene. This is like one of Chris Pratt's first appearances in TV or film. He is his best friend who is like I just like vividly remember this scene because I found it so funny because they go to like a bodega because they're living in like New York or Chicago or something. So they're at like a corner store, and his friend who is Chris Pratt goes, "I'm kind of on an energy cleanse lately," and he's just buying like a stack of energy drinks, and it's like all these different names of like hilarious energy drink names, and he's just
Yeah.
pounding energy drinks. And he's like, I'm kind of on an energy drink cleanse. And I remember watching it again after like Parks and Rec came out and being like, the fuck is this guy doing in this movie from years ago at this point?
Was he big in that movie?
Yeah. He was still kind of like funny fat Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Which is funny.
Dude, there was like this Vine clip that I loved where it's these two guys talking about their pre-workout.
Yeah.
And he's like, "You ever tried C4?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, C4 is great. Have you ever tried Jack 3D?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, Jack 3D is great." And he's like, "All right, have you ever tried cardiac arrest?" And he's like, "No, what is that?" And he's like, "Oh, dude, it's crazy. You instantly get heart palpitations, and then every other time you do it, you like black out and you don't even know what happened." He's like, "Holy shit. Have you ever tried instant gastric reflux?" He's like, "No, what is that?" And he's like, "Oh, it's great. You dry scoop it, and you have to take like handfuls of Tums to even function."
That's great. What was the big pre-workout? You used to take it when we worked at the bike shop. What was it called? Amino acids or some like concoction where
Oh yeah. That was actually pretty
it's like kind of legit, but right?
yeah. It
Or am
was
I
made by On. No, and it was just called amino. It was like a little bit of caffeine and then whatever the essential amino acids are. But like yeah, I used that mostly. Yeah, you just add it to water and it was
yeah.
pretty nice.
My
I make my own pre-workout now. Do you know that?
I did not know that. Do you just dry out a little I'm trying to figure out how to word this joke without being too disgusting. Let me hear about it and I'll come up with the joke in a minute.
Well, you remember I was telling you about that guy that like distilled his underwear essence down into a powder?
God damn it! Yes.
Use a little bit of that. No, I think for me personally, like uh, I try not to do caffeine before I lift because it tends to give me a headache if I'm doing like a
Yeah.
lot of you know, whenever I work out, I'm mostly just like trying to get my like jerk off strength up. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like
You're just like,
mostly yeah.
really
So
trying
it's
to
not that vigorous, but
practice the double movement.
yeah. But no, I use beta alanine, L-citrulline, and creatine, and I usually mix that with some Gatorade powder.
Those are a lot of words I do not know the definition to. It sounds
Well,
like you're
all you
doing
need to
science.
know, yeah. And just to clarify, the L-citrulline is the demaltate version. So I just wanted to clarify that for the viewers.
um my brother's business partner. My brother owns a brewery in Amarillo, Texas, Pondicetta Brewing. We love them.
Shout out.
Shout out Pondicetta Brewing. If you're ever driving on I-40, grab some Pondicetta Brewing. His business partner, his name's Trevor. He like is he's a big like he likes to work out every morning. They enjoy a beer or two. Surprise from a brewery, they enjoy a few beers. So like his big thing is
He's not straight edge.
yeah. So he once was, and then he got into brewing. But his big thing, his like ethos, his ethos is I don't get hungover, I get revenge. And his revenge is if he ever drinks enough to feel like shit in the morning, he forces himself up and he like downs a few different like pre-workouts and goes and works out until he sweats it all out. That's his ethos for it. And then he gets to the brewery and starts drinking again, so he can get revenge the next day. It's really healthy, guys. It's super healthy. We love it.
I love the idea of punishing yourself to like maybe disincentivize you from doing that again.
Yet it lasts hours. But yeah,
I used to work out with some buddies of mine, and we would go to like a class once a week. And it was always like Saturday morning, which I always thought, all right, this is going to disincentivize me from drinking.
yeah.
Of course, it was just like, all right, I'm now going to this class hungover every single week now. So my trick was it was like a 15-minute drive. So I'd turn off my car's AC, I'd roll up the windows. It's like Texas summer,
Just
and I would just like
baking.
hot box just like try and sweat. So I'd show up like completely drenched, and they were like, "Did you work out beforehand?"
And you're always like, yeah, man, I take this shit seriously.
Dude, I was doing Kegels the whole way here, and I'm
I just love his idea of like I don't get hangovers, I get revenge, which does not make sense because I've seen this motherfucker hungover and he hates the world. But his like pre-workout shit, like he's taken it, like, or he's forgotten to take it, and he's like, oh, I gotta take it today. And I've seen him drink it, and he just gets like jittery, like he's like on like the knife's edge, and I'm like, what the fuck is in that? And he's like, oh, it's probably your bullshit that you were talking about, like, oh, it's got fat burn, whatever in it, and
oh yeah.
the amino acids and whatever. Because I remember in cycling, we would get like free samples, and there was one that was like amino 5 or I don't know what it was called. I can't remember now. But like when you drank that shit, you were like tweaking on like high amounts of caffeine.
Do you just for your maybe interest, there was a period of time where I had a just shockingly high caffeine tolerance, and I was taking this stuff. It I can't even remember what it's called now. I'll remember it, but it had 600 grams of pre-workout or of caffeine, and then a whole bunch of other bullshit. And I was taking that, and like I wasn't even feeling that much.
Oh god.
That's how deep in this fucking rabbit hole I was. But like, yeah, it's I'm very susceptible to the caffeine crash. So I'm typically like I really only do that 1 can of Celsius in the morning as sort of my caffeine. But oh, and a lot of diet sodas usually.
Dude,
Spread out through the day.
I remember this is just us. It's like the reminiscent podcast. But 1,000 milligrams can kill a grown man. You were not far from that. Holy shit! Now I'm scared to tell this story. We at the bike shop, we got really into. It was like when yerba mate first came out. What was the brand? Was it just like Yerba Mate or something? Yerba.
I think. Well, it was called, or the one I liked was Enlighten.
Yeah, it was. Was that the blueberry flavor? Was it the blue
No,
can?
that was the mint flavor.
Oh, the mint. Oh my god. So
Enlightenment.
Enlightenment. Yeah, that's what it was called. So we would get to the bike shop. Sometimes we would all go do a ride in the morning or ride to work together because we all lived within like blocks of each other. So we would all like meet up in like a couple different spots. What's up?
Kimball, what pic are they commenting on?
Oh, it's the podcast photo we took.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, it's it's on my
Where do you
stream.
have it?
I have it here. I'll take a photo. Hold on. How do I take a photo of this snipping area? Here, I'll take a photo here. Wait, I don't know what I did.
Oh, use that lasso tool, baby.
I did it wrong, but
Slower.
you're getting this one.
Slower.
So we used to
fast.
We used to meet up, ride to work, and we would like down like 2 pots of coffee, and usually we had all had like a cup of Joe at the house. So then we'd down a couple pots of coffee at work, and we'd go buy like fancy coffee beans because that was our our choice. And then
and we'd make it like syrup.
Oh yeah, it was like
probably 4 times more grounds than you need.
Dude, so much. I just sent you the image. We wasted so much coffee because we did not know how to make coffee at the time. For sure. It was like motor oil. And it was great. Dude, I would be like jittery until lunch. We'd order some lunch, and then like an hour later, we'd all go buy yerba mate enlightenment or whatever flavors we could get, which those things have like 200 milligrams of caffeine. I think like they're crazy caffeinated. Those yerba mate.
No, they're good. They're healthy, bro.
But yeah, we bought it hard of like, oh, it's natural. It's just tea. It's fine, dude. We would be just jittery and like fucked up. It was dude, that went on for a few months, and I I too like meth. Yes. Dude, it did feel it was bad. Like we were young, we were probably fine-ish.
We were young, dumb, full of caffeine,
full of Bo's pre-workout.
Yeah. Kimball, how do I share our stream with other people?
Like on a social media post?
Yeah. Or if I was just gonna like text someone.
Send them twitch.tv/oneballconspiracy or Martian Quest.
What?
That's all you got to send them. Yeah. It should be just like literally twitch.tv/your username.
We'll see about that.
Unless you stole your username from someone else. Mr. One Ball Conspiracy. That was so fun learning about what the one ball conspiracy was, that most things come in pairs. It's so funny.
There's more to that too, because also one ball is like an anagram for Bo.
Yes.
And I also like that people will say like One Piece is very
yeah, love One Piece.
Kind of like
we're big One Piece fans here.
Yeah, well now you got one ball.
We got the What's up, Queenie?
What's up, Queen?
Instead of the search for the gold line and the One Piece, it's the search for your other ball that was stolen from you. You got to sail the high seas to find the doctor that took it from you. Did you
I
get
thought
it?
you were gonna say you ate one of your balls and then it gave you powers.
Oh yeah. It's a like the gum fruit. Guys, I know too much about One Piece. I'm sorry. I've
Gum gum.
dabbled. I've dabbled. I actually really like the Netflix live action anime or live action
I was
adaptation. It's pretty good.
I was a big fan.
Yeah.
Although that guy with the slingshot, I mean, I don't know if he's as insufferable in the comic, but I couldn't even watch him. It's just too cringy.
Oh, the dude. Yeah, he's like a coward kind of character, and he's
Yeah.
always saying the pirates are coming. He is so much worse in the anime, and he's so much worse in the manga, from what I understand.
Oh, okay.
So, like, if you
Well,
thought the live action was bad, if that's what you're referring to, then you're right.
okay, good to know. I mean, I guess like most animes need that like insufferable character.
It's a trope. What fruit would you want to eat? It's the ball fruit.
The ball.
We're descending into a great bit of madness.
Okay.
Balls.
Should we game?
Yo, kitten! What's up?
Uh-oh.
The whole crew's rolling in.
Stop the presses.
It's evening noon. It's almost noon for me. I mean, for Dumpster. Dude, Dumpster, you were up late on Sunday night. You were fucking raiding on WoW? Dumpster is maybe someone we can talk to about WoW at some point, because dude's already back into raiding.
Dumpster, I'm gonna tell you, I got two friends of mine. They used to be hardcore WoW guys. Had like multiple. I mean, it used to be level 60 was the cap. I don't know what's the cap now.
In Classic, it's still 60.
Okay, they had several hardcore 60s, but anyway, they all got like married and had like
Gross.
obligations. Couldn't.
Fucking
Yeah,
wives.
yeah. But
Daisy,
anyway,
I love you.
they want
I love you,
to.
Daisy.
They want to play again, so I'm saying we've got two guys that I know are great that are down. I've never played, but I'm a quick learner, and also I bring the vibes. And then Kimball, I mean, we got a whole crew.
Well, we also got Pepper. I mean, Dumpster probably doesn't want to restart his characters because he helped me get my character up to 24, 25, almost 30. THB is out by the end of the year. Easier to play that. It's about to end and it's fucked. I would level my priest for TBC, which I am soon. These are like expansions. So classic, yeah, the Burning Crusade. Classic essentially restarted WoW from the like origin point.
That's what I would want to play personally. And they're basically going back through all the expansions, right?
Yeah, and I think they're oh, is this Cataclysm, not Classic? From what I Dumpster will correct me here in a second, but from what I understand, Classic is like moving through all those expansions with like I think new balancing mechanics. I think they're adjusting it slightly. Oh, you're saying we should do Cataclysm because we could go through the like more modern like expansions that are releasing. Almost the same, yeah. But yeah, Dumpster Fish has like an old crew he used to roll with during COVID when he got like really back into it. That was like still does raids, still kind of like rules one side of a server, which was really fun because he always had people we could like call on to help us out. Oh, it's not as much of a grind. Well, I'm into that. The grind is pretty wild. Dude, there's times where you're just sitting there like fighting wolves, and you're just like, oh god damn. All right, well,
my
cataclysm. Sorry.
Dumpster. Have you ever played THC? That one's crazy.
Oh, Dumpster knows about THC. He loves playing the THC expansion. I read the chat as I was trying to talk. I'm faded all the time. You know what? Dumpster Fish and Detzel, they share a love that you also have, which is the THC expansion of WoW Classic.
I like that THC expansion of real life.
Of IRL, man. And moon
Dude,
rocks.
when I went to go visit Kimball, I will say, for legal purposes, I did have cancer, which I think makes it legal for me to smoke weed.
In your
but
state.
yeah, Texas
in your
has
state.
yeah. Texas has some really weird deals, but you can get like kind of this fake weed stuff, like Delta 8, which I don't really understand it. Anyway, my wife and I buy from someone in a state where, yeah, this is all an idea for a movie I have. But anyway, we get it from not Las Vegas.
Not Las Vegas.
I was going to say Nevada, and then I said, yeah. But no, it's not spice. It's like, I don't know if someone can explain Delta 8, but it's like they basically derived a THC from hemp, which allows them to like circumvent the code to essentially produce like a flower and gummies without technically violating whatever antiquated law. Excuse me. But anyway, we buy actual real shit, and so that's what I'm used to. And then I went to go visit Kimball in LA, and we went to a shop, and they've got like these joints that have moon rocks in them, and are dipped in resin and rosin and all kinds of shit. It was awesome.
Dude, it was so funny going to a dispensary with Bo, because we walk in and like I don't know shit about weed, to be honest. Like we live here, we enjoy it every once in a while. Like we've got like a little vape that like one hit from that I'm like off my rocker because I don't smoke a ton, but I enjoy it occasionally. But we go in and Bo is like chatting up the salesperson and like talking like he knows his shit, talking like he knows his business. And I was like, damn, okay, cool, that's awesome. Like, and then we get back into the car and I'm like, oh, what was this? And he goes, I have no idea. I just said yes. I said yes, and I was like, oh, okay, all right. And then the first night you tried one of the like joints or whatever, because you bought a few joints and a few of this, and I bought like some
yeah, I bought a couple normies, and then I bought a couple of the infused jizzles.
And so you were fine. Like I think I was like, hey, just a heads up, like some of the weed here hits pretty hard, but like I know weed in general across the board has just gotten better because of states who have legalized it, and just everyone is producing better stuff. And then like by night 3, you went out, and I was like, dude, I don't know if like the regular joint fucked me up. And so by night 3, you went and tried the like fancy joint, and you came back in and you were like, oh fuck. I think it was night 3 or so.
Dude, it was awesome. I kind of miss when you could take one hit and get crazy. And yeah, like I can smoke like a normal joint to myself, and like I'll be fucked up, but like functioning. I did one of the like moonrock rosin ones, and one hit I was like, oh man, Kimball might have to give me a back massage.
There was one night where we definitely cuddled a little bit, and I was the big spoon. I was pretty proud of myself. Oh shit! The picture's up. Oh no! Allegedly, I was the big spoon.
I mean, it's not that I'm submissive. I fit better, in that position.
Your downstim was in his bong.
The truth is, Dumpster, I'm a power bottom, so I derive all the power from the bottom position, much like jujitsu,
And we love him for it.
Shall we?
Should
we game a little?
Should we dive into a little bit spooky time, scary stories gaming? I don't really know a ton about this game. Bo is Brat. Are you Brat?
I'm a Brat's doll.
Ooh. Honestly, when last year when it was Brat Summer, I truly thought at first it was about Bratz dolls. I didn't understand.
What is a Brat? I need to.
Wait, who was it? Kitten.
Was it a song?
Yeah, it was what's her name?
Charlie XCX?
Probably. Who was it? Who did Brat Summer? Brat.
I'm gonna say who is Charlie XCX? Final answer.
You are correct. Brat Summer was a 2024 cultural phenomenon inspired by Brit. I didn't know Charlie XCX was British. She had a studio album released in June of 2024 called Brat. There was
I think she had a song with Billie Eilish.
Who's that? No, I'm kidding. Dude, okay, wait. I have a very funny story about Billie Eilish. So, when did Billie Eilish get kind of famous? Was that like 2017, 2018? 2018 probably.
Yeah, she had that. Well, I think
her
she
debut record label album.
I think she was 16 and she came out with what's it called? Ocean Eyes.
Okay.
I think she was in high school. But yeah, I think 2000. What did you say? 15?
2000. I was saying 2018. It was like when she became mainstream. I'm thinking mainstream, not necessarily.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
I'm looking it up. Yeah, 2015 to 2017, Don't Smile at Me was kind of like the start of her career. In 2015, 13-year-old Billie Eilish began working on songs with her brother Phineas and Ferb. Yeah, 2018 was When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go, which was like her big debut album. So I was working in an animation.
Are you a bad guy?
No. I honestly, I know I've listened to some, but I don't know any of her songs, to be honest. This story is gonna fall apart now. Thanks, Bo. No.
I just want to say, Dumpster Fish, was that other guy you? Because I've never seen your eyes, but just the way you talk, I feel like you have rainforest eyes.
So I'm working in an office, right? I'm working in animation. I think I'm at DreamWorks at the time.
Hey, for people in chat, what is an office? Can you look that up too?
It's a show with either Stephen Carell or a British comedian nobody likes.
All right, I'm sorry, I'm derailing you. Go finish.
Okay, so I'm working in this office, and at one point, I'm working on Spirit. This is when I met Daisy. So I'm working in this office. I'm really good friends with the writer's assistant / script coordinator. Pretty good friends with my coordinator. I've just started on this show, and I bring up there's this really weird billboard with this girl with green hair, something Billy or something, and I'm like, I don't know what it means, and everyone's like, okay, that's not really a story, Kimball. Cool story, whatever. Bro. And so I'm like, but I'm asking what is it? Because I don't know pop culture. I still listen to early aughts ska and punk, and I'm watching woodworking videos. I don't have a cultural touchstone. And they're like, cool, great, awesome. And months go by, and then someone goes, have you guys heard this new Billie Eilish song? And I'm like, Billie Eilish. That's the billboard. And I'm like screaming like about like how I've been talking about this goddamn billboard about this goddamn album release, and nobody recognizes it. Everyone's like, so anyways, Billie Eilish this, Billie Eilish that. And I'm like, I've been talking about this for a long time. And finally, the writer's assistant was like, just starts cackling, and finally everyone goes, "Oh, wait? Do you not like Billie Eilish?" And she goes, "No, Kimball has been talking about this goddamn billboard. He's been saying how he's been talking about this billboard for like 30 minutes as y'all are having this conversation about this new like meteoric rise to this singer." And nobody is paying attention to him, and everyone starts laughing, and then just goes back to their day. They don't even fucking talk to me about like how I brought it. I was like, oh, okay. I guess nothing's changed in my life. It's like being back at the bike shop.
I think Dumpster may be wondering like, what are you even talking about now?
All right, fuck this. We're playing video games.
Let's go.
All right, we're gonna. All right, so sick story, bro. Dude, that's literally what happened, and I didn't know how to make that story more funny or figure out an ending until I was at the end, and I couldn't pull it together. And then everyone clapped for me and was like, "You did find out about Billie Eilish first. You are amazing."
And you were like, "I'm so sick of not being remembered around here." So you stood up and you like pulled out, just the tip of your
pencil,
your one ball, and then you like sliced off a little slice and ate it, and everyone was like, "What the fuck is going on? This is crazy."
And then they slow clapped me.
And then Billie Eilish walked in the room and she was like, Is Kimball here?" And you raised your hand and she was like,
"Fuck you."
Yeah. She just
you couldn't
slapped
remember
you in the
my
face.
name. Shut the place
We'll
up.
work on it. We'll punch it up later.
Well, yeah, we'll edit this to make me sound really smart later. She whipped out her dick?
Whoa,
okay.
Dude. And you were both like, "Should we dock?"
I heard space docking's pretty good.
That's really, I think, also how you can determine in a relationship who's the alpha and who's the beta. Like, you run at each other, and whoever is it's like a wishbone, when you pull a wishbone apart.
Yeah. Talking with a Martian. Yeah, careful. You might get space STDs. SSTDs. Dick jousting. Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. Except for, jousting is kind of like it's like they go past each other, and you're like, all right, we'll start again. And docking is just like,
yeah.
And then
It's like two planes colliding.
Yeah, like in old samurai movies where they like, and then you're like, which one got hit? And then this one fails.
And this one like
it's kind of like that
falls
when you're
in
like,
half.
Who's in who? And then you have to like look down, and you're like,
oh no, not me again. Every time.
Yeah. Although, yeah, I guess who's ever on the inside is the beta. I'm gonna just go ahead and say that right now.
Oh. I guess that kind of makes sense. Yeah, that's a confusing. That's a confusing thing to unwind.
Well, I need to think about that a little bit more, but
probed. Oh no, gross. Where? So I can avoid that place.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna play on that awesome high note. We're gonna move on. We're gonna play Escape the Backroom. Space Minch. Which hopefully runs on my computer. have I ever talked to you guys about my graphics card? It's called BET. All right. I'm gonna let it load up. Give me 1 second. If you could vamp for time while I take a little pee pee.
Sure. I actually went to my 20th high school reunion over the weekend, which was really fucking weird. Many of y'all, are there reunions outside of the